I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Joseph Gatije Padi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I make many praises and also express gratitude to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Please tell loudly, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 See, every day from Tuesday to Friday morning between 8:30 and 9:30, Bhagavatam is there in English language. And Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Mahabharata in the evenings in Hindi. Thursdays, Ramayana in Hindi. So today we are doing the 24th verse of 4th chapter in the first canto. Bhagavatam is in 12 cantos. About the Krishna's pastimes is mentioned in 10th canto, but as instructed by the Srila Vyasadeva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, we need to do right from the beginning. Like we do our school studies right from the LKG to PhD or whatever it is. We don't directly go to PhD. So we do according to this. Like that we need to start from the beginning. So we have completed the first canto, 3 chapters. The 4th chapter also we are in the 24th verse. I shall do this shloka slowly. Please repeat with me 3 times, and thereafter I will do the narration. Ta eva Veda Dumede Daryante Purushai Gita Evam Chekara Bhagavan Yasaha Krupana Vatsalaha Ta eva Veda Durmedeir Daryante Purushai Gita Evam Chekara Bhagavan Yasaha Krupana Vatsalaha Ta eva Vedha Dumedhair Daryante Purushai Yata Darai Purushai Yata Evam Chekara Bhagavan Yasaha Krupana Vatsalaha Ta eva Veda Dhumede Daryante Purushayata Evam Chakara Bhagavan Vyasa Kapanavatsalah. The word to word meaning of this verse is Te means that, Eva certainly, Vedaha the book of knowledge, Dhumedai by the less intellectual, Daryante can assimilate, Purushai by the man, Yata as much as Evam, thus, Chekara, edited, Bhagavan, the powerful, Vyasaha, the great sage Vyasaha, Kripanavatsalah, very kind to the ignorant mass. Thus the great sage Vyasadeva who is very kind to ignorant masses, edited the Vedas so they might be assimilated by less intellectual men. See, we have 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. During the early yugas, they used to know the complete, they used to speak only the Sanskrit language. That was the main language. Thereafter came the Tamil language, Hindi, Tamil and other languages later. But after Sanskrit it was the Hindi and Tamil only. And because Agastya Mahamuni, he made the Vyakarna for Tamil language. And he stayed in the Dravida Desha, that is in Tamil Nadu area. So this Veda was only one. During the creation, along with the creation of all this Akhila Kota Brahmanda, God has created the Veda. Nothing is in the book form. It is only in the sound form. It was instructed to Chaturmukha Brahma by the Supreme God himself. Krishna Paramatma has instructed the Veda to Brahma himself. But in spite of that one, Veda was lost to the demons many times by Brahma. And Krishna has to repeat the same Veda to Chaturmukha Brahma. When Chaturmukha Brahma is the intelligent person, here if anybody is not understanding English, you please tell me, I can translate in Telugu or Hindi. Hare Krishna, आप किसी को इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आए तो तेलुगु या हिंदी में हरे कृष्णा पीछे में है ना, आप लोगों को मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, यदि आपको संशय हो तो मैं हिंदी या तेलुगु में बोलूँगा. Because you need to understand. Just it's not that I tell something in English and go away. This Bhagavatam is recited for the unintellectual to understand. सभी को समझ में आने के लिए बताते हैं. ఇది అందరికీ అర్థం కావాలి. అందుకే వ్యాస భగవానుడు ఏం చేశాడు, వ్యాస భగవానుడు ఎవడు, మళ్ళీ కృష్ణ పరమాత్మనే. ఆయన ధృతరాష్ట్ర పాండుకి తాతగా ముందే శంతను మహారాజు సత్యవతి గర్భంలో జన్మించాడు. భీష్ముడి దేవరథుడు భీష్ముడు జన్మించిన తర్వాత వ్యాస భగవానుడు ఆయన కృప వల్లనే విచిత్రవీరుడు చిత్రాంగదుడు జన్మించారు. విచిత్రవీరుని యొక్క దీని వల్లనే ధృతరాష్ట్రుడు పాండురాజు వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా జన్మించారు. ఆ విధంగా ఈయన పాండవులకు ముత్తాత అవుతాడు. ఆయన కృష్ణ పరమాత్మ యొక్క అంశనే. Thus the great sage Vyasadeva is very kind to the ignorant masses, edited the Vedas so they might be assimilated by less intellectual men. ఆయన వ్యాస భగవానుడు, he has divided this one Veda. భగవంతుడు ఏదైతే సృష్టించాడో ఒకటే ఒక వేదాన్ని, ఆ వేదాన్ని 4గా విభజించాడు. ఋగ్వేదము, యజుర్వేదము, సామవేదము, అథర్వ వేదము. ఈ 4 వేదాలు విభజించి దాన్ని మనం ఎందుకంటే कलियुगंलो इन दिस कली के समय में हम कोई समझ नहीं सकते. उसमें वेदा में एक नॉट इन वन आल्फाबेट ఒక అక్షరం కూడా మనం ఉచ్చరించలేం సరిగ్గా. అందుకనేసి he is divided into 4. Again after doing that one, knowing seeing by his divine vision, seeing the Kaliyuga time that people will not understand, again he has compiled the Mahabharata, the great epic, which is considered as Panchama Veda, and it can be Vedas can be this one only intellectual persons can understand and go through it, whereas Mahabharata everybody can access, whether it is Brahmin, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, any class of men can access to the Mahabharata. People say that we should not keep Mahabharata, ఇంట్లో మహాభారత పెట్టకూడదు, రామాయణ పెట్టకూడదు అని అంటారు. అటువంటిది ఏమీ లేదు. అది మనలో నేటి ఈవెన్ టుడే మహాభారత ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ యువర్ డైలీ లైఫ్. ఇన్ అవర్ డైలీ లైఫ్ మహాభారత అండ్ రామాయణ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్. అది మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. ఆ రోజు ద్వాపరయుగంలో మహాభారతం జరిగినప్పుడు ఒక్క దుర్యోధనుడు, ఒక్క దుశ్శాసనుడు, ఒక్క శకుని, అందరూ ఒక్కొక్కరే ఉన్నారు. Now hundreds of Dushyasanas, Shakunis, many uncountable, not even hundreds, there are thousands of crores out of this population. Everybody are Duryodhana Shakunis only. అదే విధంగా మన శరీరంలో కూడా మహాభారతం ఎవ్రీడే ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్. మన ఆత్మ ద్రౌపది, దాని వెనకాల పరమాత్ముడు రథసారథిగా, అర్జునుడికి రథసారథిలో అలా ఉన్నాడు. మనలో ఉన్న 5 మంచి గుణాలు, అది మనకు పాండవులు. మనలో ఉన్న దుష్టగుణాలే కౌరవులు, కర్ణుడు వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా. సో మనం ఆ దుష్టగుణాలు త్యజించి మన ఒక ఈ శరీరాన్ని, ఈ దేహాన్ని రథం, ఈ దేహం ఒక రథం, దీన్ని మనం కృష్ణుడికి సారథిగా ఒప్పచెప్పాలి. द्रौपदी एప్పుడైతే తన వస్త్రాపరణం उनका चीर हरण होना था, उस समय में उन्होंने गोविंदा गोविंदा बोल के पुकारती है. उस समय में वो गोविंद ही उनको अनुग्रह करते हैं, उनका चीर हरण नहीं होता है, వస్త్రాపరణం కాదు, ఆ విధంగా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఆ విధంగా మహాభారతం ఇంట్లో ఉండడం ఎటువంటి కూడా ప్రమాదం కాదు. అవన్నీ భగవంతుడు ద్రౌపదిని రక్షించినప్పుడు మనల్ని రక్షించలేడని కదా, అందరినీ కూడా హీ విల్ సేవ్ ఎవ్రీవన్. The Veda is one, and the reasons for its divisions in many parts are explained herewith. నేను ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పిందే ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నారు. ఒకటే వేదాన్ని దాన్ని 4 విభాగాలుగా విభజించారు. The seed of all knowledge is not a subject matter which can easily be understood by any ordinary man. There is a stricture that no one should try to learn the Vedas who is not a qualified Brahmana. ఇక్కడ Brahmana ante it is not by birth. By today we see many Brahmins are doing scavenging work also. They are doing some Shudra work also. So it's only a profession. Based on the profession, one is considered as Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, ruler. All these farmers and traders, industries, they are come under Vaishya category. Whether they are Marwadis or Agarwals or some other Kamma, Reddy, whoever it is. All those people who are doing the industrialist, farming, all those people, they come under the Vaishyas. It's only by the classification of profession. Similarly, who impart knowledge of these 4 Vedas and Bharata, Ramayana, all these who are doing the preaching of these things, and who have doctors, all these people, they come under Brahmin category. These rulers, presently I can't say this Prime Minister, Chief Minister as Kshatriyas, but they are only rulers because though they are not kings, they are elected for a period of short term for 5 years, and they are supposed to protect the people, but otherwise they themselves will have a lot of security guards. Nobody can go near to him. In the earlier days, when if any battle takes place, kings, they used to come and fight directly, physically they used to fight with the enemies. Whereas in today, they sit in their chambers, with the instructions, they operate the remote control for any battle. So, the seed of all knowledge of the Veda is not easily be understood by any ordinary man. Ordinary person who does not have any literacy of Sanskrit, he can never understand it. There is a stricture that no one should try to learn the Vedas who is not a qualified Brahmana. That means if a Brahmana means if he is an intelligent person, if he is an intellectual, he can definitely access to the Vedas. There is nothing wrong. But the stricture is that who is not qualified. See, we are writing so many exams, 10th class exam, intermediate, with different graduations. Based on the qualification graduation, a person who has done arts person, he cannot do some thing with accounts. Or a BCom person, he cannot do the work related to arts. Similarly, here for learning the Vedas, he should have proper qualification. If he is having proper qualification, if he is intelligent, he can access to the Vedas. This structure has been wrongly interpreted in so many ways. A class of men who claim Brahminical qualification simply by their birthright in the family of Brahmana claim that the study of the Vedas is a monopoly of the Brahmin caste only. That is what I told you. By birth, he might be a Brahmin, but he is not qualified until unless he is not intellectual. If he is intelligent, he can access, but otherwise no. He can't just say that is my right only. Anybody who is qualified, he can access. But them are misguided. The Vedas are subjects which had to be explained even to Brahmaji by the Supreme Lord. During the creation, even when the Vedas were created, Brahma could not assimilate it. God has instructed him the complete Veda to make him understand, to continue the creation. And in spite of his instruction, Brahma has lost the Vedas to some other demons who were intellectual, and they robbed it away. Because God wanted to save the Vedas from the demons, because they will misuse it. For that purpose, he brought back from them and had given it to Chaturmukha. Later he had made 3-4 times. Once during the Matsavtara, he brought the Vedas back. During the Hamsa Avatar also, he brought back the Vedas. During the Hayagriva Avatar in Kanchi area, we have Hayagriva temple also in Kanchi. So Hayagriva Avatar also saved the Vedas from the demons and gave it to Chaturmukha, Brahma. So for this reason, since people cannot understand the one Veda, Vedas, Bhagavan has divided the same into 4 parts. That is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. And in the present time, nobody is having thorough knowledge of all the 4 Vedas, not in one Veda. Some people have only 2 Vedas, some people have 1 Veda, and many people, they don't even know that one Veda also. They have read some few chapters which are essential for their earnings. Earlier Vedas were not meant for any earnings, but today they are misusing it for earning purpose, for making money in this materialistic world. In Kali Yuga, they are attracted with so many things, they are misusing it, and whichever part they need for earning, they are learning that part, and that also not in incomplete, not in a proper way. Another section of people take this as injustice to the members of other castes who do not happen to take birth in Brahmana family. Many people nowadays, these political leaders, just to divide, for the purpose of getting their votes, to divide the people, they say Brahmins are not allowing to the other people to access the Vedas. That is wrong. We never said that nobody should access that. You can access Vedas, but you should have a qualification. You should have a qualification. That is wrong what they say. So only for the purpose of their benefit they are doing. Not only that, they have changed the versions of the Vedas, epics, and epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavatam. They have changed the total version. लोगों को आकर्षण करने के लिए, रोमांचक करने के लिए, उनमें create मनोरंजन, to create मनोरंजन, entertainment, to create entertainment in the people, they change the story of Mahabharata and Ramayana itself. They have changed it. Like in Ramayana, there is nothing nowhere mentioned about Lakshmana Rekha, which Lakshmana puts with whatever floor or whatever in the while going to help Rama with Maricha and leaving Sita alone. That is wrong. It is never there. In last week Ramayana clearly read out the Ramayana. It is never mentioned in Ramayana. Like that, even in Mahabharata, many things what is not mentioned, only to attract people, they have changed. And in the earlier days, they never made Vyasa Bhagavan or neither any of the rishis who have subsequently compiled them into different parts, have never made any money. Only for the, and it was never given in the form of books. It was only explained and taught, which was done free. In those times, in Gurukulas, people used to, now like we admit our child in the preschool at 2 years or 3 years. Similarly, at that time, 3 years they used to admit in the Gurukul. Only after 12 years completion, they used to bring back the child. After the child learns everything, based on the profession. In those Gurukulas, everybody were taught everything. Brahmins were taught Vedas and whatever required by their profession. Again by profession, whatever they required by profession, they were all taught those things. Kshatriyas were taught archery, all use of all weapons, different weapons, how to ride camel, how to ride elephant, how to ride on chariot, how to fight, all those they used to teach. For Vaishyas, they used to teach how to do the trading as well as how to farm, because they were doing the farm. Vaishyas were doing the farming. So they taught all those things. Again for Shudras, they are helpers to all these three categories. Helpers to these all the three categories are known as Shudras because they were less intellectual. They had less knowledge. See, everyone need not have all knowledge. Everyone cannot become a doctor or engineer or lawyer. One person can become one thing only. If somebody is done doctor, medical, this thing, and if he is practicing something else, that is wrong. He would not lead a proper life himself, as well as he will not be able to help others also. That he will go wrong. He will be misguiding all everybody. So similarly, since everybody cannot acquire all knowledge, according to their requirement, according to their profession, they were teaching those things. These Shudras, who are the helping hands for all the Brahmins as well as Vaishyas and rulers. Because there were many dasis, servants were there with the kings and queens. Dasis and dasas were there, like Shabari. Shabari, she was a dasi in the Matanga Maharashi's ashrama. She used to clean their clothes, make all arrangement in the ashrama for their sacrifices, everything. Like that, she was a helping hand. And even for Vaishyas also, there were all helping hands were there for lifting many of their materials which were heavy. So like that, those people were only called Shudras. So the Vedas or subjects is to be explained even to Brahmaji by Supreme Lord. Therefore, the subject matter is understood by the persons with exceptional qualities of goodness. So, based on the understanding, capacity, capability, they used to explain the subject matter, whatever it is. Brahmin cannot be taught with weapons and farming things. Of course, Drona was a Brahmin. Even these Brahmins, they were full. They used to have full knowledge because in the subsequent this thing in their gurukuls, they need to do all those things. So Brahmins used to be expert in all the activities, whether weapons, farming, trading, helping hand, everything. Because again, after their spiritual masters leave the place, these in succession they have to take care of the other activities in the Gurukul. So they used to learn all things. But in this kings, they used to learn Vedas. May not be for Vedas, but they used to read Vedas also. Because they need to understand the Dharma, how to rule the kingdom. That is explained in the Vedas only. So they need to learn Vedas also. And again, even the Vaishyas, they have learnt the part of the Vedas for trading purpose, doing a trading activity or farming activity in a proper way. Veda has a knowledge which explains to every living being for their activities. So whatever is required by the Vaishya is to access from the Vedas. Only the Shudras never had access to Vedas because they were less intellectual, they could not understand it. Therefore, the subject matter is understood by the persons with exceptional qualities of goodness. Persons understand the subject matter of the Vedas. The ultimate goal of Vedic knowledge is Sri Krishna. Whether all the four categories of persons, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, everyone, they should know the knowledge of Veda, whatever it is, only to understand the Supreme God, Krishna. Because throughout the Vedas, only Supreme God, Krishna is mentioned as Bhagwan. Again, it's not, Krishna means it's not just Krishna, any of his incarnations, whether it is Narsinga Avatara, Rama Avatara, Varaha, so many thousands of incarnations are there, all are Krishna himself. And all the incarnations are not worshipped because some of them are Amsha Avataras, some are Amsha Avataras, some Avataras Avesha Avatara. See, Matsya Avatara is Amsha Avatara. Vyasa Bhagwan and Vyasa Bhagwan is Amsha Avatara. He has taken the incarnation only to divide the Vedas and to compile Mahabharata and to write Puranas, etc. Again, this Parshurama Avatara is a Avesha Avatara. he wanted to kill all the evil kings throughout the world. So he had that avesha, krodha was there, angry. So for that reason, that avatar is not worshipped. Parashurama avatar is not worshipped. Again, because Vyasa Bhagavan, we worship him because he is like a spiritual master for us, having given all the Vedas and the Mahabharata epic and Puranas. So this Rama Avatara is the Purna Avatara. Purna Avatara means Bhagavan is having 64 important, there are many qualities are there, many thousands of qualities are there, gunas. Out of those many gunas, this 64 are very important. The person who possesses 64 gunas, he is the Bhagavan. Excepting for Krishna, none else possesses all these gunas. Shiva has only 52 of these gunas. And Chaturmukha Brahma, actually from Mahavishnu's navel, a lotus flower will sprout in which Chaturmukha Brahma is created. He is the first creation. So in that though his first creation, he has only 45 gunas. From his mind, Shiva is created. When when he is created, Chaturmukha Brahma, he creates Manasaputras, 4 Manasaputras, Sanaka Sanandana Rishis, and asks them to continue the progeny. But they say, we are devotees of God, we know who is the God, we don't want to get married and continue in the creation, we don't want to help. So Brahma gets angry. Out of in that angry mood, he will create, that is the Shiva will take birth. Shiva's incarnation, that is the reason Shiva is always in angry mood. Krodha, but he possesses 52 qualities of Mahavishnu. Krishna's out of 64, he possesses 64, and though he is the fourth in the succession of creation, first is Chaturmukha Brahma. From Krishna it is Mahavishnu, from Mahavishnu it is Chaturmukha Brahma, from Chaturmukha Brahma, Manasaputras are there, again Shiva is there. So Shiva is fourth among the creation, but Shiva becomes second. After Mahavishnu, Shiva stands in the second position, having 52 of the gunas. 52 gunas. So like that, even Chaturmukha Brahma is having 45 only. We human beings have 21, but that also we have forgotten, we don't remember, very few remember. So like that, the persons who are in modes of passion or ignorance or unable to understand the subject matter of Vedas, in this Kali Yuga, we are attracted with nature. Nature having 3 gunas. See again, food, time, gunas, everything, whatever is there, all are divided into 3. So one is Satvika, that is intellectual, Sattva Guna, then Rajasa Guna, that is full of passion, we have desires, and third is Tamasa Guna, ignorance, laziness. So this again time also, Satvika, Rasa, Tamasa. Satvika Samaya is early morning between 3 o'clock, 3:30 to 8 o'clock. That is a Satvika Guna, during which we do the Vibhavari Seva, Suprabhata Seva to Bhagavan. Are we waking up the Bhagavan? Suprabhata? You are waking up. Is he sleeping? Never. He never sleeps. If he sleeps, complete universes are annihilated. Complete destruction place. Nobody will live. All the universes, not I am telling of the earth, all the Akila Kota Brahmanda, everything is annihilated. So he cannot sleep. What we do is, it's only, oh God, now the sun is going to rise. I will be doing my activities, karma. So please help me in doing my duties properly. That is what you are praying in the Suprabhata. Okay, we are chanting so many auspicious verses, other things, that is different. But in all that one, the main prayer is, oh God, now after the sunrise, I will be doing all my duties. Please help me to do it in a proper way. Show me a good path, like that. That is what we are telling. And again, in the night, we do the Ekanta Seva. Our imagination मन भावना अपन भावन करते हैं कि भगवान को सुला रहे हैं. We never may, that is only our thinking, but we never. Now the curtains open for darshan. You can sit and have darshan, continue the class for some more time. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So the Ekanta Seva also, it's only our assumption that we are making sleep, but it's not that. After completing all our duties in daytime, oh Bhagwan, today I have done all my duties according to the path shown by you. Whether you are successful or unsuccessful, you need not feel sad for it. Whatever happens, it's for good. So you should tell that I express my gratitude to you. That is what you need to express. So like that we do. So Satvika Guna, and during the between 8 and 4 o'clock in the daytime, that is the Rajasa Guna, during which you are supposed to perform all your duties karma. All your duties karma in a rightful way. You should not harm anyone. You should not hurt anyone. Anyone means, I am not just saying for human beings, any living beings. You should not create any harm or anything. Like that, you have to carry out your duties, and during the tamasa time, it's not that you have to sleep all the 8 hours during tamasa time. That is never mentioned. If you have deep sleep for 2.5 hours between night 1:30 to 3:30, that is more than sufficient. The balance time, you try to utilize for proper planning of your next day's Rajasa time or Satvika time. You can do that. It's not that you need, until unless your health does not permit, then you can rest. Otherwise, when your health is there, you can plan for something and do something. It's not that you need to watch TV shows or go to movies or go to pubs. That is not mentioned anywhere in this thing. Those are all tamasa activities which we should avoid. So, like that, even this gunas also are 3: Sattva Guna, Rasa Guna, and this thing. We are, as soon as we take birth, we are attracted with these gunas. So, we should try to be in Satvika, not only Satvika, we should make it Shuddha Satvika. Do Satvika, not Satvika is sufficient. For if you are really designing for moksha, liberation from this life, you need to follow Shuddha Satvika. So, this personality is very rarely understood by those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance. I told you about the ignorance of Rasa Guna. The people who are with these qualities, they can never understand the God, Supreme God, they will never understand. For you to understand God, you should be in the at least Satvika character. You should follow intellectual. You should be intellectual. In Satyuga, everyone was situated in the mode of goodness. That is Satvika Guna. Gradually, the mode of goodness declined during the Treta and Dwapara Yugas, because in Treta Yuga, the Dharma has come down by 25%. Only 75% of Dharma was there, 25% of the Adharma was there. Similar, so that even the lifespan of human beings has come down from 1 lakh to 10,000 years. Human life was 1 lakh in Satya Yuga, it has come down to 10,000 years in Treta Yuga. In Dwapara Yuga, it has come down further. It was 50-50. 50-50 हो जाता, and in that 50-50% this lifespan has come down 10 times, from 10,000 to 1,000 years. Krishna Paramatma, the Supreme God, he has taken incarnation as Krishna himself in the end of Dwapara Yuga, and he was here only for 125 years, and after he left only Kali Purusha entered and Kali Yuga started. So Krishna, though the life was 1,000 years during Dwapara Yuga, Krishna was here only for 125 years. And during this Kali Yuga, further the lifetime has come down by, now we say it is 75% adharma and 25% dharma, but I don't think even 1%, 2% dharma is prevailing. Everything is adharma is going on, and maybe it's just 5,200 years has elapsed. The Kali Yuga has started only 5,250 years back. Still 4,26,750 years is there. We do not know what will happen. Anyway, we will not be there to see that time, but Dharma will never prevail. Everything will be going in a adharma way only. 100% adharma will prevailing, and at the end of Kali Yuga, Krishna Paramatma will incarnate as Kalki Bhagwan in Gujarat state, Sambhala village, Vishnu Yasa Brahmin family. He will come on a white horse with a sword in his hand. That is mentioned in the first canto, first chapter, 26th verse. It is mentioned in that. The personality is very rarely understood by those who are the modes of passion and ignorance. Because in this Kali Yuga Samaya, all are interested only in this one, passion or tamasa. Either they will be having full of desire to earn crores. You are seeing today so many IAS officers, IPS officers, ministers, for all political leaders, whether there is power or not, even in opposition parties, they are making money. They want to earn money in crores. That is the desire, passion they have. Again, in Tamasa Guna, it's a laziness. One is laziness, gambling, drinking, intoxication, prostitution. Apart from this one, they don't want to do any hard work. They want easy money by looting somebody. किसी को मारना, संहार करके, वध करके उनको लूटना, धोखा देके, धोखाबाजी करना. Like that they want to make money. That is Tamasa Guna. So in this Kali Yuga, since we have all these Tamasa Guna and Rajasa Guna, we don't understand Supreme God. Because out of some crores and crores of people, we can see only few people over here in the temple. Like that, in every temple, only few people. You go to any temple, only few temple you find. When you go to other demigods, that is Devatas. In English we say demigods, Devatas. Devatas also, again, we need not worship them, but we need to respect them. Because they are all devotees of Krishna, they are doing their duties. They are doing their duties as prescribed by Krishna. Only we human beings having the intelligence, we are misusing the intelligence. We are misusing the intelligence. So, in order to get liberation from this life, we have to use the intelligence in a proper way. You do your karma, earn whatever you can earn. You can earn in crores also, but in a rightful way. And at the same time, you try to share whatever you earn or you have with you. Even food also. Food also, you sit and have it alone. That is out of selfish greediness you will be having. Whatever you have food, just a palm full of this, you give it, place it outside around your home, so that some insect, bird, they come and eat. If some beggar comes, you share him something, or guest comes, and also family share. Like that, you need to share. And as well, you need to help everybody. I don't say that you give away whatever you have. You should have a lot, because in present time, the medical cost also, it has gone up very high. You do not know what we need in future. For that we need lot of saving. But at the same time, some needy is there. You try to help him. But don't steal or take away somebody's property. That is wrong. Try to help like that. Bhagavan has to be glorified in 4 ways. We have to remember Krishna at the end of our life. At the end of life, we do not know how much time we get, whether 1 second or 2 seconds, not more than that. In that 1 second, 2 second time, you need to remember Krishna to getting out of this life cycle of birth and death. उसीलिए हम भगवान का स्मरण करते रहने. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and also instructed to do 64 rounds. But again, now after 600 years time has passed, we don't have that time also. Until unless you are just purely devoted to sit in the temple or at home. But we don't have time if you are doing some other duty. So at least you try to do 1 round of Hare Krishna Mantra on the beach, and with beads or without beads, you chant Hare Krishna Mantra while performing your activities. While you are driving, moving in a bus, train or flight, whatever it is, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is one way of remembering. The other way of is, along with whatever is satsang you follow here, when you reach home, you tell your elders and your youngsters, you teach them. And it's not necessary that you need a Vyasasana and all these accessories for doing preaching. Without these things, you can do the preaching. Today this mic is not working. I am doing without mic. I do not know you are able to hear me or not, but like that, we don't need any these equipments also. Do the preaching, so like you have to do that. And also sharing everything, that's a part. You do tell stories to your children also, because we do not know बाल्यावस्था से हम वृद्धाप्य तक कब अपना अंत आएंगे. We do not know when our end is going to come. We need, so for that purpose, you should be trained. So train your children when they start speaking at the age of 2 or 3 years when they start speaking. Krishna, Rama, जो भी है, जब से ही बताते रहना, you have to make them practice. Make them practice. So in Satyaguna, it's rarely understood by persons who have the modes of passion and ignorance. In Satyaguna, everyone was situated in the mode of goodness. Gradually, the mode of goodness declined by the Treta and Dwapara Yugas, and the general mass of people became corrupt. Today, everybody is corrupt. It need not be only ministers or political leaders. Even officers, right from outside, constables, scavengers, everybody, they need money. Everybody come, chai ka paise do, uska paise do. Everything is a form of corrupt. Right from that one, it goes into crores when you go higher ups. So all the people are corrupt. Don't say that it's only prevailing in our country. It prevails in US also, UK also. Lot of black money is prevailing all over the world. And there a common man is not affected. In US and UK, common man is not affected. But political leaders, they make a lot of money from the big wigs. All industries, business people, they give donations. Like that, everybody is corrupt. Again, black money is also there. Black money is also there in all the countries, not just in Bharat. That is, only outsiders, they say that India is corrupt and lot of bribery, everything. But everywhere it is prevalent. I have seen, because I was practically there in States for some time and in UK for some time. I know the situation. I have done international auditing in US. Like that, I know how they are creating black money over there. So, in the present age of mood of goodness is almost nil. So, goodness is almost nil. Sattvic guna kisi ke paas hai hi nahi. Nobody is having sattvic guna. Goodness is not there. And so, for the general mass of people, the kind-hearted, powerful sage Srila Vyasadeva divided the Vedas in various ways so that they may be practically followed by less intelligent persons in the modes of passion and ignorance. See, Veda Bhagavan, first he made the one Veda. Up to Dwapara Yuga, only one Veda was there. Only when Vyasa Bhagavan has incarnated, he divided the one Veda into 4 Vedas. Again, after making 4 Vedas, still he felt, though there is a lot of gap, people can't understand. And he has compiled the Mahabharata and mentioned it as Panchama Veda. Again, seeing the lot of sufferings in that Mahabharata, even Dharma is there, along with that, Adharma is also there. Because he was in a very bad mood. Then he has compiled 18 Puranas, like Markandeya Purana, Vishnu Purana, so many Puranas, 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas. And he was not satisfied with that. At that time when Narada Maharshi advised him, Vedas Bhagavan himself is God. Narada Maharshi is only devotee of the God. But he, because Vedas Bhagavan is also in the human form. So, as a nimit, just to make him this thing, Narada Maharshi advised him to compile Bhagavatam. So he has compiled this Bhagavatam into 12 cantos, where in the 10th canto the pastimes of the Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga is mentioned. But otherwise, Vedas Bhagavan himself has instructed that Bhagavatam should be followed right from the first canto itself. Until unless you follow the Bhagavatam from first canto, you will not be able to understand the pastimes of Krishna. If you just jump to the pastimes, you will feel that Krishna is doing some magic and exhibiting some mystics and all those things. You will not consider him as a Bhagavan, because Bhagavan is having some thousands of incarnations. that is mentioned by Vyasa Bhagavan in the first canto itself. In the earlier chapters he has told, and he himself has told that he has not narrated all the incarnations because it is never possible. 12 cantos is not sufficient to narrate all the thousands of incarnations of God. He has many of the incarnations, like apart from Dashavataras, like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Rama, Balrama and Krishna. Kalki is yet to come. Along with these things, he has narrated about the Nananarana Rishi, Hamsa Avatara, Haigra Avatara, like this so many other avatars he has mentioned. And he himself said it is not possible to narrate all those things. And this Bhagavatam, if you understand from the first canto itself, you will know who is the Supreme God, how to follow him. It is up to your desire. You can remember his name in any of his thousands of names. Whether you remember him as Krishna himself, or Rama, Narsimha, whatever it is, or Srinivasa of Tirumala Balaji, anything you can follow. But you need to remember to get out of this life cycle. So since Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised us to do chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, here before dispersing for today, we shall do at least 10 times for today and then disperse. So it is explained in the next sloka as follows, that will follow in the next this thing. So please tell loudly the Hare Krishna mantra with me. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Swasti Prabhya Parvantyam Nyayena Margena Mahimeshaha Gopashavastu Nityam Samasta Loka Sugnavantu Kayena Vacha Manasendrupya Buddhyatpate Swabhavat Karomi Yetyat Prasmai Naranati Sarpayami Sri Manasa Sarvam Sikshnarvastu Mangalam Nitya Mangalam. Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki, Jai Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki, Jai Sri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki, Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Prabhu ki, Jai Sri Panchatattva ki, Jai Sri Madhvadam Granth ki, Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mahanth ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna. Today evening we have Mahabharata in the evening. Tomorrow also we have Mahabharata, and on Thursday we have Ramayana. All these are recorded live. You can see later anytime in YouTube.